It's cashmere blue and India Ivory in color. Nick Spino of Torrington, Connecticut, has owned his 1955 Chevrolet Bel Air since 1987 when he bought it for $4,200.
A friend of mine in Florida knew that I was looking for a mid-50s Chevrolet. My original intention was to have a 1957 Chevy. My buddy said to me, he says, I know where there's a 55 if you're interested. She won't sell it to me because I'm a drag racer and she doesn't want it to be a drag racer. So I went and looked at it. It was in a barn and she agreed to sell it to me as long as I agreed to restore it. And I did.
Spino did most of the restoration work himself, except for the interior and headliner and some engine work. He painted the Bel Air in his garage.
She was bragging to me that she had the car painted. Well, when I went to start redoing the car and I took all the chrome off and all the stainless and everything, I started just seeing what I had for paint. Well, it turned out the paint job was so bad that all I had to do was take a 1.5-inch cold chisel and run it across the paint, and all the paint peeled right off. And the reason why the paint job had to be redone is the original primer turned to powder. So it was all powder underneath the paint, so that's why the paint was all chipping and peeling and everything. So within about an afternoon, I had the car completely stripped.
Aside from the paint, the Bel Air was in pretty good shape. The body was rust-free. Spino had planned to upgrade the engine from a 235 cubic inch six-cylinder to a V8, but backtracked after the seller handed him an envelope.
In that envelope, lo and behold, was original paperwork from when the car was purchased in Florida at University Chevrolet. I looked at the paperwork and noticed there was numbers across the warranty paper. Well, I went out and checked the car and everything's still original. So that's the reason why this car got restored back with the six-cylinder in it.
For Spino, who enjoyed a career as a computer programmer, the restoration can be traced back to his youth.
I put myself through college working on cars in a gas station. Now back then, gas stations did body work, they did clutches, they did everything. So I learned how to paint and I learned how to work on the cars. And when I got out of college and everything and I was reminiscing back, these were the cars that I used to work on that I liked, plus the 60s cars as well. So I decided I really would like a mid-50s Chevy. And so that's why that's where it started.
The Bel Air can be a handful when compared to modern cars.
You know you're driving something that's got substance when you're driving it. It really is quite a bit, much different than the experience you have today.
He does have pride in it though, even if he doesn't drive it that much.
I think the thing that I'm probably most proud about this car is the fact that I can prove that it is a numbers matching original car. And that's, even Haggerty told me that was unique.
That's Ride Connecticut. I'm Bud Wilkinson, and if you have a second, please take the time and subscribe to Ride Connecticut's YouTube channel.